Yeah, totally. I mean, I think it's been a really interesting experience, to have the film as a reference to some time ago, to a point that was pre 2020. And I think there's no understating how much effect 2020 has had on us individually and as a collective. Um, for me, it's like in the old culture, in the old cultures of having that when that kind of coming of age of like your vision quest of finding yourself through that hardship and through facing your fear. And it almost feels like it's like that. It's like we've had this global um kind of coming of age through this fear, through this facing of the reality of things, that we were in that naivety to not be able to see them. We were in our youth, in our dream. Um, and I think there's been like that coming of age that's happened in the last year for a lot of us. And now we can look back, and I'm going to look back on my own film, like that was filmed around the same time, as to like where I was at, and how much I've changed in the last year or so, to step up into my brave new life, and connect with everybody here. But and it's like I was getting up in front of hundreds of people and talking about climate change and the polar bears, and let's save the poor fluffy polar bears. And it was kind of like, it seems so kind of ridiculous now in a way, that the naivety of it. And we were kind of like, and I bought into that whole landscape of kind of abusing ourselves and blaming ourselves, and looking at people, and you're driving that kind of truck, you're a bad person, you're doing this. And there's just seemed like um we were losing the point. Actually, the point was to come back to love, and to come back to that real deeper connection with the earth and the mother, like that real true connection. And sustainability, I mean, like we talked about a lot, that was a word that's really killed me. I was involved in a conference in Moscow in 2018, put on by the government there, and it was called Sustainable Cities of the Future. And they wanted to, figure out how to make the present system sustainable. Um, and, like, it sounded like it was all smothered in green, but really they were just looking for a way to sustain what was already existing. And all of these LEED accredited buildings, I was on the gold LEED accredited Ritz-Carlton hotel in Kazakhstan, right, as an example. And this was on the Energy Expo 2017 in Kazakhstan, that they're putting on, the World Fair type of thing, with all the green technologies and all of this stuff. And they had me traveling all around the world just to go look at expensive furniture, go get it made in China, go to get it made in Vietnam or Turkey or Italy, and like, how many flights did I take? How many, like, there was nothing sustainable about that project, nothing green about it. But we got caught up in all of this languaging and labeling. That's kind of, we bought into it and we wear it like a badge. Whereas I think now there's a maturing where we're actually seeing, like Sovereign says, the human ecology and how that mirrors nature's ecology, and kind of coming together and working from the inside out to recreate that relationship with nature through our own relationship with ourselves, as Sovereign calls it, and has inspired me to really look at it more from that point of view. And not to take too much time on here, but the film is really inspiring. It showed a lot about nature and about the beauty of the world, and the beauty of coming together. And I just feel like we need to take the guilting and the dire situations and these kind of things out of that equation, so we can actually get down to talking about it properly like adults, and not keep, like, pointing fingers. So, I
I think
think it's
that
a positive contribution.
that shaming behavior that you've talked to, and that's so relevant to now,